found a girl for me. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you had someone waiting for me. Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, you had it, darling, you look perfect tonight. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and if this is your first time here, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Alright, so today I'm gonna be teaching you basically the what I'll say, the 7 basic chords, the 7 basic chords that you need to play the guitar, like to play the basic guitar, or to play the most of the songs that you could you hear around, most of the popular songs and then the basic songs actually. So but before we go to the chords, we're gonna start from the rudiments, from the rudiments of guitar. Possibly you just got a guitar, you've not played the guitar before. So if you come down and follow my teaching and follow this video, what I'm going to show you in this video religiously, by the time you are done watching, you'll be able to actually play the acoustic guitar. So that's what I'll just say. It's you learning the video, learning how to play the acoustic guitar in 1 hour. So without much talks, let's just start. So this is an acoustic guitar, right? So this is an acoustic guitar, right? Don't mind the acoustic guitar. So you pick up the acoustic guitar, okay? So you're saying this. So let's just start. Okay, say it's your first time touching the guitar. So this is what you call the sound box. So these are strings. Alright, these are strings. There are 6 of them. This is the guitar head, and this is the knobs. These are the knobs. Yeah, the guitar knobs. Okay. So and then when you come here, these are frets. These are called frets. This thing you see demarcated this way are called frets. So you see, this is first fret, this is second, third, fourth, fifth, and you continue. All right. So in counting the guitar strings, all right. So you start from bottom up, bottom to top, not top to bottom. So if I say the first string, I'm talking of this string. I'm talking of the last string, and the last and the tiniest string is actually the first string, and not the one at the top. All right. So you get it. You get it. So when you pick a guitar and then you want to count the strings, you don't start from top to bottom. You start from bottom to top. So if I tell you strike the first string, first fret. See, this is it. You see? So first string, first fret. This. Okay, start. I say okay. I strike the 6th string, 3rd fret. So you count from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you now count the fret 1, 2, 3 frets. So now this is the 6th string, and then the 3rd fret. Then you strike the 3rd fret. So the 6th string is the bassiest, and yeah, the biggest of the strings, actually, the one that sounds is very close to the bass, right? So that's basically it. So before we go into locating the chords, all right? So I'm going to run a scale. Do you know the music scale? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Yeah. So because basically, just like you know by now, if you have handled any other musical instrument, all right, if you've handled any other music instrument, say the piano, the keyboard, you will and say the keyboard, the xylophone, then just any other music instrument apart from guitar, you will know that the musical scale is the same thing everywhere. So it's just that the applications, the application might differ or might vary depending on the instrument you are learning, but the music keys remain the same. So, like there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G keys, and then you go to the minors. All right, and then there is the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So that's what you call the solfa notation, and then the staff notation. So the musical solfa. So to run to run the solfa notes on the guitar, I don't know, but you follow me for instance. Say you're following me. So to run the guitar, the solfa notes on the guitar, so you come to the 3rd fret. One thing I'm going to tell you is, you see these 3 fingers, they are for you see these 4 fingers, just say the 4 fingers are for the different frets of the guitar. This index finger for the 1st fret, the second to the index finger for the 2nd fret, and then the 3rd to the index finger for the 3rd fret. So what I'm saying, basically, for everything you will play here, will be handled by the index finger. Everything you play on the 1st fret will be handled by the index finger. Everything you play on the 2nd fret will be handled by the 2nd to the index finger. All right. The same with here. It is necessary you pick this, because in any bad habit you pick, while learning the guitar newly, you're basically going to continue with it. All right. So that's why it's usually necessary that you pick the right habit, because any bad habit you pick, you will find it difficult to drop later on. So now let's go to the music, the solfa notes. Right. So to locate the solfa notes, you come to the 3rd fret, and then the 5th string 3rd fret. So we'll say we want to run our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So you see that. So so do is 5th string 3rd fret. Do is 5th string 3rd fret. I know why I'm telling you this. With time, you're gonna just in the next few minutes you're gonna know why. I want us to run the scale, so that if you can get the scale, if you can get the musical scale, locating other keys might be easier for you. Locating other chords, locating the chords by yourself might be easier for you, without you just. I hope this is not going to be confusing, but let's just calm down. All right. So what I'm saying is, you go to the 3rd fret, 5th string, and that's your do. Then For your re, that's the fourth string, open. Then for your mi, fourth string, second fret. Then for your ba, same third string, the fourth string, then third fret. Then so it's third string, open, third string. Then la, third string, second fret. Then T, that second string, open. Then do, second string, first fret. Then you can continue from there. Then you can come back. I hope this is not confusing. I hope it's not. But there is a reason I'm telling you. Because, for instance, so locate the chord, the C chord, for instance. The C chord is do, mi, so, do. That's the C chord. So that, for instance, if you know the scale on the guitar, or on the guitar board, I don't need to tell you where to locate it. I don't need to show you the diagram where to locate it. You just come, and then if you're able to locate your do, mi, so, do, you've gotten your C chord. But let's leave that in case it's gonna be confusing. So let's just go to the chords. So the chords I'm gonna be teaching you the C chord. I'm gonna be teaching you the F chord. I'm gonna be teaching you the G chord, the E minor chord, the A minor chord, the D chord, the D chord, and then the A chord. And I think I want to teach you this because it's basically the keys that you find in most of the songs that I've played, except for songs that are more technical, quite technical, where maybe the composer is the composer goes more technical. You are applying more technical chords and more technical compositions. That's where you find, maybe you will not start to find F major 7, G major 7, and then all those keys. But on a normal, basically the keys that you find in most songs are these 7 basic chords that I've told you. So without wasting much of time, let's go to the chords. So the C chord, like the song I played first of them, that's Ed Sheeran's Perfect. It's just basically 4 chords. The G chord, the E minor chord, the C chord, and the D chord. That's basically those 4 chords. I think it didn't deviate from those 4 chords. I doubt. Yeah, they're perfect. So if you can learn the basic chords now that I'm going to be telling you, then you can basically play any song. Okay, alright. So we start from, because I feel like it's a primary chord, right? So let's start with the C chord. So the C chord is, are you seeing this? So this is our guitar board. So like I told you earlier, these are frets. So this 1, 2, 3, first, second, third fret. Most of the songs you'll be playing, most of the primary chords are in these first 3 frets. So that any chord that moves from this first 1, 2, 3 frets, except maybe you're using a capo. Say for instance, you put a capo here. Capo is, it's something that helps you play different from here. Like this is a bridge. Say this is a bridge, and that's why I will play from here. But for instance, when you put a capo here, you say you put a capo here. So here becomes your bridge. Then you can play from here. That's when you play different from here. But aside from a capo, started from when you're using a capo, most of the songs you will play, most of the chords are in this 1, 2, 3 frets. So that any chords that exceeds, that moves from this place, is, I would say, is no longer a primary chord. It's now a secondary chord, or a more technical chord. And those technical chords that you get to learn with time. First of all, I think what is necessary is that you learn the primary chords first. Sometimes one of the things that is necessary, one of the things good about learning this stuff is that at least you learn to an extent, and then you are able to do some certain tricks. Or you're learning a guitar, you pick up a guitar and you want to learn, and then after a few days, you're able to play a song. You'll be motivated to do more. So when you've crossed a certain bridge, you can now take up a bigger challenge. So you learn the primary chords first, then you go to the secondary and the more technical chords. I don't know if all the chords yet. Yeah. So of course I'm not an expert guitarist, I'm not saying I'm like that, but I found that most people actually I found that most people wish they knew how much that I know. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah. In case you're one of those that you've been looking for a way to learn, you've been telling someone, please make out time to teach me, and then the person has been doing like this, all right. So that's why I'm doing this, in case it's gonna help you. Okay, so back to business. So the C chord. So the C chord, the first note in the C chord is 1, 2, 3, the third fret, fifth string. The fifth string on the third fret. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to you. See, okay, I have a diagram for you. First of all, I'm gonna tell you. You see this, the guitar, the strings, and the strings now have names. This is E, the E string. The first string, remember I said from bottom to top. So let's start from our first string. So our first string is the E string. Without holding anything, this is the E string. This is the B string. You can write it down if you want to write it down. The first string and the tiniest string is the B string, is the E string, please. Then the second string is the B string. Then the third string is the G string. Then the fourth, the G string, that's the third string. Then the fourth string is the D string. Then the fifth string is the A string. The fourth is the D as in dog. Then the fifth string is the A string. And then lastly, the sixth string is the E string, another E again. Alright, I don't know if you got that. The first string, that is from here, the tiniest string, first string from bottom, is the E string. The second fret from bottom is the B string, B as in Benedict. Then the third string is the G string. Then the fourth string is the D string, D as in dog. Then the fifth string is the A string, and then lastly the sixth string is the E, another E string. So then I was telling you that I have a diagram of C chord. Look at it here. Yeah. You can see it, right? Can you see it? Yeah. I'm doing this because I can't possibly make the editing of trying to put a G on the screen of what a G, or maybe I'm gonna try anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to put the G chord up there while editing this, but I doubt. So see, and you see the diagram. Okay, yeah, quite better. So this is it. So this is your first, the first line after the this is it from top, yeah, the third fret you hold the as the fifth string, third fret. Then you come to the fourth string, then you hold the second fret, fourth string. You hold it. That's where you're gonna hold your second finger. Then the third fret, you leave it. The third string, you leave it open. Then you come to the second string. Then you hold the first fret, and that's your C chord. Then you leave the last this thing open, and then you're going to strike everything. I don't know if you got that. So this is it. The fourth fret, that's the third fret, fifth string, third fret. Then you leave the second fret. On the second fret, the fourth string, do mi, that is do mi so do, that is our C chord. Then you leave the third fret open, that holding anything. Then on the second string, you hold the first fret, and that's our C chord. That's the C chord. Did it make sense? Can you see the way I'm holding it? This finger, remember when I told you that whatever you're going to play here will be handled by this finger. Whatever you're going to play on the second fret will be handled by this finger. And whatever you're going to play on the first fret will be handled by the index finger. Alright? So, this is the third fret. The third fret, fifth string. That's where you're gonna hold. Then for your in locating still the C string, that's second fret, fourth string. Then you leave the third string open, then go to the second string, and then you hold the first fret, and that is your C chord. Is this making sense? I hope so. That's your C chord. That's your C chord. That's your C chord. And then one thing you're going to try to make sure is that it's one of the things that you might find difficult as a new guitarist. Make sure that none of your finger is overlapping to the next string. Whatever you're holding, for instance, if your finger is holding now, you see, for instance, if your finger is touching any other string, that's why you see my finger like this. You see the way it is. Look at it here. To make sure, that's why it's standing straight. To make sure that it's not touching any other, you keep your finger like this. Alright? So you come to the board and then you just clip only the string that you're meant to clip. Any overlap to the next string, and then you hear this boom 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 or sound, and it's no longer going to be clear and smooth and as harmonious as it's supposed to be. Then you make a whole mess of it. I don't know if this makes sense. I don't know if you get it. Did you get the C string? Let me hope you did. Then our next string is the F string. Alright. So we're gonna work on the F string. That's our next string. The F string. So on the F string, our next string, the F string. So the F string. Now instead of fifth string, third fret, to locate the F string, you come to the fourth string on the third fret too. On the third fret, fourth string, third fret. Alright. Then for the next tracing will be third, that is fourth. Remember, the first is the first um, string you hold is the fourth string, third fret. The second is the third fret, the third string, second fret. Are you seeing here? The first is 1, 2, 3, 4, third fret, fourth string, third fret. Now you hold the second, which is 1, 2, 3, third fret, second fret, third string, second fret. Forgive my misplaced name. And then the the next is the second string, first fret, second string, third fret, first fret, and the first string, first fret too. And but then to hold, so you have to hold the last two strings. After holding 1, 2, then you have to hold the last two strings together. That's where you have to do this. Can you see this? You see what I'm doing? So you have to, this is the way you clip the two strings together, the last two strings together. Can you see? There is something they used to tell me. They used to ask, can you do this? Can you do this? Yeah, can you hand it like this? You have to learn to do your hand this way, because you need to learn to separate your, your hand needs to be able to, be flexible and run and play on the strings. So we'll go back. I hope you're not confused. Let's start afresh. So you go to the fourth string, to the fourth string, third fret first. Sorry. Then the third string, second fret, and lastly the last two strings, you hold them down on the first fret. You do this way. That's where you're going. And then to strike on your another thing that is necessary is the striking. When you're striking your F chord, you strike from wherever you're holding from, not the whole guitar. This you shall not strike on the fifth and the sixth string while striking on your F chord. So your striking starts from the fourth to the last chord. Can you hear it? That's your F chord. Sorry. So that's your F chord. I don't know if you get that. I don't know if you got that anyway. But for you to get this, you should have a pen and paper that you will be getting this thing down, or you have this thing. You have your guitar, so you'll be tracing it. Even if you have a guitar, it's necessary you still have a pen and paper. So the next chord we're going to be looking at is the G chord. Another primary chord, the G chord, right? So let me take a sip. Yeah. So I was saying, another string we'll be looking at is the G. The another chord we'll be looking at is the G chord. All right. So the G chord, the first string you hold on the G chord is the sixth string, or the last string. When I say the last, remember I said the last is the top. The string on the topmost string is the last string. Your counting starts from down. So when I say the last string, I'm talking of the top, the string on the top, and that's the sixth string. So you hold the sixth string, third fret. This finger should hold the sixth string, third fret for your G chord, and then this finger will hold the fifth string, second fret, and then the baby finger comes in. So it said that, so this finger will hold, last finger, the baby finger will hold the first string, third fret too. All right, something like this, something like that. Did you get it? Remember what I told you, that you should make sure that you're not holding, your fingers are not overlapping on any other string. If not, you'll be getting a buzzing sound that will not make sense and will not be harmonious. So it makes sense that you should try. One of the things you should learn is to make sure that whatever string you're holding just that string. You're holding just that string, so that the sound you're producing will be pure. All right, and on pure and harmonious. So that's the G chord. For the G, you strike everything from top to bottom. Remember when I told you, when striking your F chord, leave the last two chords out of your striking. So you should strike from the fourth, the last two strings, leave it out. Your striking begins from the fourth string down. That's for your F chord. But for the G chord, you strike the whole strings. That's your G chord. Did you get the tracing of the G chord? We'll go again. The tracing of the G chord. See, the last string, third fret. On the second, remember what I told you. That the third, when I'm talking of the third fret, you know that the third fret, this is the finger. This finger belongs to the third fret. Now when I'm talking of the second fret, I'm talking of this finger, so that you will know which finger will play which one. When I'm talking of the first fret, you know it's this finger, the index finger. So now the third fret, last string, third fret for your G. Then second fret, fifth string, second fret. And lastly, what you're gonna hold is the first string, third fret. This, look at it. Look at this on your G. Look at this is what I'm talking of. 1, 2, 3. This is what you're gonna hold with the baby finger this way for your G. Then the rest of the fingers will hold. This here, like this. Then the second this way, and then this way. Look at that. Are you seeing it? Can you see it? That's your G. So let's strike it again. Alright? Let's strike it again. Of course, you should place your guitar the way it should be comfortable for you to strike. That's the G chord. So far, I don't know if you're gonna be picking this. So far, let's rehash on what we've done. Another thing that you take time to learn is migration from one chord to another. It's smooth migration. It's more transition. I think that's the proper word and the technical word for it. Transitioning from one chord to another, like the C chord, the C chord. Alright. You see, that's the three chords you've learned. Can you get? Let's get again. C, F, C, G, C, F, C, G. There are songs you can play with this. There are songs you can play. with with just these three chords. There are, let's just get our chords first. So that's this thing, that's the G chord. So the next we'll go to the A minor chord. I'm ranking these chords in the order of importance from my experience in playing different songs. All right. From my experience in playing different songs, I am ranking these chords from the order of their importance from what I've seen. So that's why what comes next for me is the A minor chord, because it's quite popular. The A minor chord is quite popular in songs. So the A minor chord, the A minor chord okay, the A minor chord is basically the C chord. All right, you remember when we played this, when we played the C chord? Let's go back to the C chord. So the C chord I told you, remember, is fifth string, third fret here, like this. 1, 2, 3. Leave this, and then this is your first place. Then the next I told you is fourth string, second fret. Then remember when I told you that then lastly you play the second string, first fret. Then to play your A minor chord, you now remove this finger from here, and then you place it. You see what I'm doing? I'm just trying to tell you how it's be easy for you to learn this. To learn the A minor chord, then you remove this finger from here, and then you place it on the third string, second fret. Are you seeing the way my finger is? My fingers are on the guitar board. This is what your finger should look like when you correctly trace the A minor chord. Did you get that? That's your A minor chord. That's your A minor chord. And like I said, it's quite popular in songs. When you get to search the guitar tabs of different songs, when you get to start playing songs, when you search for the guitar tab, a simple Google search will tell you the chords that are contained in each song that is either popular or song you just want to play. Maybe music has a way of ministering to us or appealing to us in different ways. A song that is not quite popular might send a different message to you, and you want to learn it and play it yourself, when you are alone. So you just search a simple Google search, the guitar tabs or the guitar chords to so song. For instance, say the guitar chords to Perfect by Ed Sheeran, and then you'll be shown the chords. Alright, and then when you've learnt your chords, what you simply do is pick your guitar and off you go. Right, so we're still on A minor chord. Let's go again. Remember I said your C chord. Your C chord is first is fifth string, third fret. That's a C chord. To trace your C chord. Then secondly, chords are triads. That's what you should know. Triads. They are triads. Three. In three. They come in three. They are triads. That's what I call chord. There is the notes. Note is single. Then there is the this thing. The ones that come in double, just two notes. The double notes. And then there is the chords now. They are the largest triads. When you pick three different notes to make one sound, because it adds to harmony. So that's what you should understand chord. So that chord has to be three. It's a triad. For chord to happen, for chord to be a chord, there has to be three notes that make it up. That's it's general in music, not just in guitar, in the keyboard, in the piano, in the saxophone, and name it, all the musical instruments. So the chords, when you talk of the chord, it's triads, three notes coming together to make one note, to make one sound, to make one listen. So we on our C, because I want to show you how to play to get the A minor, and it will be easy for you. A, that's your C, third fret, fifth string, second fret, fourth string, and then second string, first fret. Then remove this finger, place it on the third string on second fret, and that's your A minor. It's as simple as that. So for instance, you're playing a song, and then a song that transitions from C to A minor. Are you getting me? So you're playing a song that transitions from the C chord to the A minor chord. You don't need much. You don't need to move your hand much. So what you're just gonna do is when you're strumming on the C chord is done, and that's another thing you need to learn. That there is what is called strumming patterns. Sometimes it can be down, 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 down. Sometimes it can be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Sometimes it can be down, down, up, down, down, up. Alright? And then there is the arpeggio. The arpeggio is the picking. What I did on the intro when I picked, that's picking. It's called picking. It's arpeggio. Technically in music, it's called arpeggio. When you pick it, and not strumming. But now the strumming, another strumming, you need to learn the strumming pattern. That aside. So for instance, I was talking about if you're going to transition from C chord to the A minor chord, when your strumming is done on the C chord, you just remove this finger, then put it on the third string, second fret, and then your A minor is located, and then you continue your strumming on the A minor chord. Is that okay? I suppose. So because we just finished with the A minor chord, so we're gonna go to the A chord. Is the A chord popular? The A chord for me is not quite popular like other chords that we've learned, but then it's still necessary. You find it once or twice in some songs. So for the A chord, I'm just gonna say it's quite easy anyway. See this? It's what I've just done. So this you see this now I've just done. So this finger, the second to the index finger on the second fret, then you pick down the second, third, and the fourth strings. The second, third, and the fourth strings. That's what you pick down with your middle finger. The middle finger, and the finger you use to say somebody FU. Yeah, so you use it to clip down the second, third, and fourth strings. That's your A. That's basically your A chord. But then when you are to strum, your strumming should be just on those three strings. You shall not strum. You shall make sure that your strumming or your striking does not touch the last string that you did not hold down. Any striking on the last string is no longer an A chord. It will sound off, and it will no longer be harmonious, and you'll make a mess of what you're doing. So that's your A chord. Did you get it? Now, for instance, let's get to strike the last one. If just know that, and like I said, the last the this the the this thing, the last string is left off the striking. Your striking ends on the 3 strings that you just clip down. That's the A chord. That's basic. That's just the A chord. Now, other people want to play this way, and other people that want to play this way, but I think this is more difficult. So you just play this way. Alright. So you use your hand, just your middle finger, clip down the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings, and then your A chord is done. On the 2nd fret, remember I said on the 2nd fret, your middle finger on the 2nd fret, clipping down the 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th strings. See, you see this? You see what I'm doing? You see what I just did? So you get it. Fantastic. That's your A chord. I don't think we need to elaborate on this. Then the next chord, another popular chord, is the D chord. It's the D chord. You find the D chord in basically most of the songs. The songs that exceed that, most of the songs that go past the C, the G, A minor, and F chord. The next chord that is likely to come in is the D chord. Alright, so that's why it's necessary. So for the D chord, the first this thing you're gonna hold is gonna be D. Yeah, they said there's an exception to every rule. So here, this finger, your index finger, comes at the 2nd fret. So you hold the first string you're holding is the third string on the 2nd fret. I see, for the D chord, the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. For that's you now getting the D chord. All right. The 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then the next you hold is the 2nd string, 3rd fret, with this finger. Then lastly, the 1st fret, the 1st string on the 2nd string, on the 2nd fret. Something like this. 1, this, 2, this, 3. All right. Remember, okay, let's take it again. See, let's see. Okay, see what I was telling you. This is the A chord. Are you seeing the A chord? This is what the A chord looks like. You see, it's straight. You see the 3. You leave this out, and then when you're done with this, you can Google it. All right, you can Google the chords, and then Google will help you, show you the diagrams of the chords. I might not be able to display the diagrams on your screen, but I think with this, then when you Google it, when you see the diagrams of the chords, it will not make more sense to you. Then for the D chord, then this is what I'm trying to tell you about the D chord. Look at it here. I see it. This is your first. This third, the third string. I seen it there. The 3rd string on the 3rd fret. Then the next you hold is the 2nd string on the 2nd fret. This is the 2nd fret. Okay, yes. Yeah, this is the 3rd fret. This is the 2nd this thing. Yeah, the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. The 3rd string on the 2nd fret. Then 2nd string on the 3rd fret. Then 1st string, 2nd fret. but I was trying to tell you how you hold it. You use the index finger to hold your first note. The index finger will hold the first note. Then this your middle finger will hold the first string, and then this finger will hold the second string and third fret, and then you get your C chord. Okay, that's your C chord. Fantastic. I don't know if this is making sense. Did it make sense? Did you get it? So that's your C, that's your D, your D chord. This is the D major chord. I'm talking of the D major chord. Right. So I want to believe you got this. So the next chord we'll be looking at is the E minor chord. This is the seventh chord. We've looked at 6 chords now. So this is the 7th chord. So the E minor chord. The E minor chord is another popular chord in songs. Like the song I played, the Perfect, Ed Sheeran's Perfect that I played, the progression moved from G to E minor to C to D major, from G major to E minor to C major to D major back to G, and that's how it moved. Though sometimes the progression changed along the line, the progression changed, but it was still revolving around those chords. So that's what I did, and it's quite an easy chord, So the E minor chord is basically on the second fret. The E minor chord is on the second fret. This is what I mean by the second fret. I told you these are frets. This 1, 2, 3. This thing is demarcated by this golden this thing you're looking at are frets. 1, 2, 3. So your E minor chord, this is where you play your E minor chord. And your E minor chord are the fourth and the last, and the fourth and the fifth strings. Just hold them together and then you get your E minor chords. Hold them together and get your E minor chords. This is your E minor chord. See, first use your middle finger, hold the fifth string on the second fret. The second, then you use the next finger, this finger. Talking of this finger, use this the next finger, and then you hold down the fourth string on the same second fret, and this is your E minor chord. This is your E minor chord. Do you get me? Look at it. Look at me. Look at my finger. It's what I'm holding. Your E minor chord is your 5th and 4th strings on the second fret. Your 5th and 4th strings on the second fret. I drew it for you. Look at it here. Can you get it now? You see it there. Those points that I drew. This is your second fret. This is the 4th string. This is your 5th string, and then you hold them down. And then with these two fingers, you play them, and then that's your E minor chord. So, did you get it? That's your E minor chord. That's your E minor chord. I think you get it now. Okay. I don't know if I'm an expert teacher, if I'm a good teacher at home, if this helped. So you're gonna tell me in the comment section what you think about the lesson. Did it help? Did it confuse you? Was it simple enough? Because I want it simplified. I didn't want to, take up on the technical jargons that will end up confusing you, and you just want to drop the guitar. The way I do my things is I feel like start from the known to the unknown. You start small, learn the basic things, Then with time, when you've learned the basics, you can now go further, take up extra lessons, and then you can play the classicals. You can now run on scales. You can now play as an expert, but you have to start somewhere first. And then starting somewhere, your head doesn't have to be stuffed with all the technical jargons about guitars and that. So I tried in this video. My intention was to simplify it and make it as simple as possible. So I don't know if I succeeded in making it as simple as possible, or if you will be able to achieve anything from this video. But I am hoping that you were able to achieve something from the video. Alright, that it was simple enough. I would really love your feedback. So you tell me what you think. Was it good enough? Is there anything you want me to do? Is there another video you want me to make? Is there something else is there something you did not understand properly that you want me to remake the video and explain further? I'm at your service and I will do that. Trust me. So just tell me on the comment section. So before we go, I'm gonna play the song I played before. I played that song. It's actually arpeggio. Yeah, it's speaking. That's the Ed Sheeran Perfect that I told you. If you remember our key. Okay, so before we go and before I play that song, before I play any song for you, so I'm gonna say, let's trace the chords we learned. Remember we learned the first chord we learned was the C chord, the C major chord. Then the next chord we learned was the F major chord. Then we learned the G chord. Then we learned the A minor chord. Then we learned the A major chord. Then we learned the D chord. Then we learned the E minor chord. Alright, and that's the 7 chords we learned today. If there is any other chord that you're finding difficult to play and you want me to make a video and show you, like I said, I'm at your service. I will definitely do that. So before we go with the chords we've learned, I'm going to tell you some of the songs that you can play with these chords. Okay, so do you know that, okay, say Louis Capaldi, someone you loved. Louis Capaldi, someone you loved, is played on the C major chord, the G major chord, the A minor chord, and then the F chord. That's okay. C, G, A minor, F. So if you're able to learn the basic chords I've just shown you here, you'll be able to play the chord, to play the song. Let's try. So I'm going on there, and this time I feel there's no one to done. Did you get it? You start first. Are you getting my strumming pattern? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You get the strumming. Most of the time, you get the strumming from listening to the song. A song you've not listened to, except you're the one composing the song. You need to listen to the song to know how the original composer actually composed the song, how he played the song. So you follow the same way, alright? You're not gonna play different from what the original composer played. That's why I'm doing. So you start on the C. I'm going on that, and the G, A minor, F, then C. I'm going that and the G, and I want to have A minor, then F. This all or nothing, then you gotta be up to me now. When you hear somebody to love, somebody to know, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I gotta love the way you under the pain. Now the day bleeds might fall into your arms. I'm gonna run another deeply into nightfall, and you're naughty to get me through it all. I let my guards down, and then you put it rough. I was getting kids, I used to be someone you love. This I just showed you a snippet. All right. So of course by now you know that before you to play any song, you need to first of all listen to the song, so you get the progression of the song. Then you get the lyrics of the song. If you do not understand the lyrics by listening to the song, you could help yourself by browsing the lyrics of the song. You browse the lyrics of the song so you get it perfectly, and then so as you're playing, then you as you're playing the guitar, you can sing along. That's it. So let me show you another song. Well, a lot of songs abound, but I might just escape my. Okay, let's say All of You. Do you know All of You by John Legend? So the All of You by John Legend is basically on the E minor chords, started on the E minor chords. If you can be writing it down, All of You, All of Me on the E minor chord, then to the C major chord, then to the G chord, and then to the F chord. All right. Though as the song progressed, the song has a lot. The song is quite technical. So bad. It revolved around these chords. A time the A minor chord came in and the D chord came in. Yeah. Okay. I think the song revolves on the E minor chord, the C major chord, the G chord, and then the D chord. So let's listen. What's the song again? How does that song start again? Someone remind me. The life's all the lyrics. Oh my god. I can't remember the lyrics. But I know the song, I played the song, so but I've told you the chords, so what is the song? What are the songs? Should I tell you? There are quite loads of songs that you could possibly play on these simple chords that I've shown you. Okay, for instance, do you know Rodrigo driver's license? The chord she used is basically the G chord, the E minor chord, the C chord, and then the D chord. Trust me, that's it. And what you need to do is to browse it, to listen to the song, and to know when there's in my next video I'm gonna be playing the song for you, alright? So you get to learn it. And then the song I played in the introduction, that's the Ed Sheeran song, Perfect. Picking. But for picking right now, I would advise that just learn the chords first, learn to strum and strike, then with time you learn picking. That's why I don't want to play the chord, but the progression of the song, like I told you earlier, moved on from G to E minor, then to C, and then to D. So let me try to strum it. Let's leave it here so it doesn't get too much. So if there's anything you did not understand, anything that didn't make sense to you, you want me to clarify on, don't forget to hit me up on the comment box. I'll be waiting for you. Thank you if you got this far. See you at the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot to me. It will mean a lot to me. See you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification, because I'll be bringing you a lot of content. I'll be playing, I'll be simplifying, I'll be playing in a simple way most of the songs that are popular out there. Simplify them in the guitar, how you can play them on your own, not professionally, not as an expert guitarist. No, if not as a guitarist that play in orchestra. No, it's just as a guitarist in the comfort of your home. You can even you can learn how to play it and even make videos of yourself and put online, but not when you want to play orchestra. No, I'm not that person. I'm not the person to teach you that. All right. Thank you. So, see you next time. Bye bye.